Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This past week, I was having a very interesting, intricate, delinquent, extravagant, significant, omnipotent conversation with my friend Hector. So we were playing Overwatch, and there was a Genji on the other team, and that Genji kept diving the shit out of me and him because we were like duo support. And he just kept diving the back line. Another game, there was a Sombra that kept hacking and then just leaving. Like, she wouldn't even shoot at us, she wouldn't even kill us. She would just hack and then leave, like, just to be a nuisance. I made Ana, so I try my best to hit my sleeps, but I'm not always the best. Sometimes you miss 100% of the shots that you take because you're trash at this game. Me. That's my quote. So we actually started talking about what we could do to actually maybe like balance the game a little bit. And so we talked about this like before the Overwatch 2 dev update thing that they have, where they said that they were gonna nerf some characters, like they were gonna nerf Genji, Sombra, Zarya, Diva, stuff like that. But our idea would possibly be to bring back a light version of CC. Obviously, they took out like a majority of the CC characters. I think all that's really left is Roadhog, Hook, Sigma Rock, Ana Sleep, and I think that's about it. So we were thinking of maybe possibly adding CC back into the game, just like a light version of CC, nothing too major. The first one for me, my suggestion was having Cassidy changed. So in Overwatch 2, they took away his concussion and they gave him this like sticky grenade. But the thing about the sticky grenade, in my opinion, is it's a little OP. Like, you're gonna see some clips in the background where it's kind of like a homing sticky grenade. So if you're within a certain vicinity of someone, it won't just fly and pop. It'll follow them and then stick to them. And then I think the sticky nade does like 120 damage, which is nuts. Because if you're McCree and you land like one headshot or one body shot and you stick them and they don't get healed, they're dead. So that's kind of broken in my opinion. So what I was thinking was possibly bringing back Concuss, but instead of making it how it used to be, maybe toning it down a little bit. So my idea was possibly concussing for like maybe 0.5 to like 0.75 seconds, so that it'll be a stun that will like dissuade people from jumping into the back line, but they won't have like the, oh my god, I can't fucking play the game, fuck this game is dog shit kind of CC. So it'll be like enough where they won't want to dive because they know that they'll get concussed, but it also won't be enough where, like, I would say maybe only the high skilled players, maybe like pro level or like top 500, would be able to stun headshot for like the like stun headshot melee, like an Overwatch 1 combo. But a lot of the lower elos, they'll probably miss the shot, so it won't be like an insta death. I think that's a good way to balance it that way. There's a concuss to dissuade the dives and the overcommits. But yeah, so it's going to be like a way to dissuade like the dives and the overcommits and jumping into the back line without consequence, because they're going to be like, oh, McCree has like nade, so, or McCree has stun, so he'll like peel for his support, so we better be careful. The other hero that we actually had in mind, Hector kind of brought it up and then I kind of built off of it, was actually Brigitte. So we were thinking that maybe she could keep her shield bash the way it is now, because I think in Overwatch 2 it does only slight knockback, but it's a more damage shield. I think it does like 50 damage each shield bash. What we were thinking was maybe making her whiplash, which is her shift, which is like her flail that she throws, we can make that a CC slash knockback kind of thing. So we were thinking maybe between like 0.75 seconds to 1 full second of CC, depending on how close they are. Like, there's going to be a range, so the closer they are, it'll last longer and it'll knock them back, but the farther they are, it'll last less, or something like that. It would be to help with CC for diving, but it'll also be helping the spacing issue. So obviously if they get CC'd, they're still going to be stunned, but if there's that CC plus knockback, then there's going to be that little spacing of the knockback to give your supports time to like regroup with the team or get a heal or something, so it'll make some more space and all that good stuff. Those were just our ideas for like DPS and support. Personally, I think tank is fine when it comes to CC. Like I said before, there's like Sigma Rock, there's Roadhog Hook. But the main issue is that since they're fighting in the front line, they can never really peel for their supports. That's why Hector and I were like talking about ways that the DPS or the support could have a CC. That way they could be more self-sufficient instead of solely depending on the team all the time. But like I said, I think as of like a few days ago, which is between like October 13th and October 15th, Overwatch devs said that they were actually going to roll out a mini mid-season patch for Genji. I'm not sure what that's going to be 100%. I'm going to assume it's going to have to be something with, like I said, the diving in the back for like no reason. Sombra, they better change the fuck out of Sombra or I'm going to be pissed. So Sombra, as of right now, she hacks while she's invis. Not only does she hack while she's invis, if you are hacked, I think there's like a 20 or between 20 and 40% damage buff. So if she's shooting you, she does more damage to you while you're hacked. So that's fucking crazy. Because if she hacks a support or hacks someone in the back line and she just 1v1s them, it's basically a guaranteed win because they're taking more damage even if you're doing a more damaged character. So I hope they change her. They also said they were going to change Zarya. So I think the issue with Zarya is that she can double bubble too fast. So like she has 2 bubbles now and she can use them at the same time. It's not like Overwatch 1 where she had 1 bubble and then another bubble. She has 2 bubbles that she can either double bubble herself or she can double bubble like a teammate or she can bubble herself, bubble a teammate. Is a bunch of combinations like that. I think the issue with that they said or that a lot of people complained about is that Zarya can double bubble too fast. So she's very like self-sufficient and she's kind of unkillable. And also because she has double bubble, she charges like energy so fast. So I think that's an issue that they wanted to fix. They said they wanted to nerf D.Va. I personally don't know what they would do with D.Va. I guess they would probably lower defense matrix because I think from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2, they upped it from 2 seconds to 3 seconds. So they might drop it back down to 2 seconds or like 2.5 seconds. If I'm not mistaken, from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2, they actually tightened her spread from her guns so they can possibly loosen that spread a little bit so the damage isn't super concentrated. So there's more like RNG, more like livability. I will say one character that I do think that they haven't mentioned yet, and I know why they haven't mentioned her, but I think she needs a slight nerf is Sojourn. They haven't mentioned her because she's a new character. They want people to play her. They want people to enjoy her. They want her to have fun. But I think her E, which is like her snare / damage thing, I think that does a little bit too much damage in total. I think the slow, like the snare plus the damage is kind of much. And I also think maybe the rail gun is a little too strong, especially with her ult, because if you let it charge to 100%, you can one-shot squishies, which is absurd. Because imagine someone just has like, someone's a fucking aim god and they're just like botting everyone because they just hit headshots. Shit's nuts. But I think maybe a slight damage reduction on that. And for the snare, they either lower the damage per second or they take away the slowing ability, like the slowing aspect of it. That way you can kind of run through it without, you can either like commit to running through it knowing you're going to take damage, but knowing that you'll get out of it at a set rate, or they can lower the damage so you can kind of get snared, but it's more livable because you can get out of it without taking as much damage. As of right now, I think that's all that there is to it. All the other characters seem pretty balanced in my opinion. No one's too strong, no one's too weak. Obviously, there's going to be some meta characters. There's going to be some off-meta characters. It kind of just depends. I am still waiting for Kiriko to come out on competitive because I want to play the fuck out of her. But I also know that Kiriko is definitely going to be a flex support. She's not going to be the main support just because she's kind of like Zen in where she does more damage than she does heals. Obviously, with like her 120 headshot kunai, and her heals are kind of slow. But I think she's going to be fun and she's going to be usable for sure. I don't know about Junker Queen, new characters, you know, it's a bit iffy. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for... I think actually Kiriko is going to come out in comp next week. I think it's finally been a week. So it's either going to be this coming week or next week. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to play her. It's going to be so fun. I will be on a little bit of an Overwatch 2 hiatus though. I'm actually going to be joining a Valorant tournament in my hometown. My friend brought it to my attention and she was like, hey, let's do it. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. I love playing Valorant. Valorant's so fun. But hey, you know, this is an Overwatch 2 video. I'll save the Valorant rant for another time. All right. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like the video, you know, fucking thumbs up, man. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. I pretty much upload at this point three weeks concurrent. Let's fucking go. Woo! I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.